Trolls called her a slut, but no one saw her coming. Beyond the paparazzi and bad press, Kim K has been quietly building a billion-dollar empire from the ground up. That's right, Kim K isn't just a flashy celebrity. She's a CEO, a licensor, a master of modern marketing, and a case study in turning notoriety into net worth. Are you old enough to remember the pilot episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Kim wasn't yet a household name back then. Now that same girl from Calabasas who was once shadowing the likes of Paris Hilton has become the ultimate reality star and a walking headline. And she, of all people, figured attention is the ultimate asset. So strap in and let's dissect how a reality star like Kim became a billionaire. We'll be breaking down exactly how Kim Kardashian built, scaled, and defended her fortune. First, let's get one thing straight. Kim Kardashian did not start from the bottom. She was born into wealth and connections. If you don't know already, her real father was a high-profile celebrity lawyer before he died in 2003. Her stepfather was also an Olympic champion, so she grew up in a world of privilege. By the time she came of age, she already had one foot in the door. But here's what her critics always overlook. Kim could easily have spiraled after her sex tape incident, but no. Up until then, who knew selling the rights to a sex tape was that lucrative? Kim was given $5 million in a settlement for the tape. And within its first 6 weeks, internet voyeurs paid a total of $1.5 million to catch her in bed with Ray J, who was her lover at the time of the recording. Overall, she made a total of $20 million from that seeming faux pas. And even though Kim's initial claim to fame may have been undeniably messy, she flipped things around. And look at how far it got her. Early on in her career, Kim also moonlighted as Paris Hilton's stylist and assistant at some point. You wonder what the hotel heiress makes of Kim's success now. But anyway, when others would have faded into tabloid history, Kim leveraged all that infamy into a calculated launchpad. She and her family turned their lives into a product, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It began airing in 2007, and that's when the real money game began. Mind you, Kim doesn't have one job. She has a portfolio. She is a human conglomerate. Her wealth doesn't come from a single source, but from a brilliantly diversified system of revenue streams. Let's break down the empire. Reality TV, the foundation. Keeping Up with the Kardashians wasn't just a show, it was a 24/7 advertising slot for the Kardashian brand. At its peak, Kim reportedly earned $4.5 million per season. That show provided the platform to launch every other venture. It was also the funnel. Social media, the megaphone. Early on, Kim understood the value of attention better than anyone. As of 2023, she earns over $1.68 million per sponsored Instagram post. She once told David Letterman she makes more from one post than she did for an entire season of her reality show. Let that sink in. Skims, the billion-dollar baby. This is the crown jewel, the venture that officially made her a billionaire. Skims solved a real problem, which is inclusive, solution-oriented shapewear. In 2021 alone, the brand generated an estimated $600 million in revenue. But it's not just about shapewear. It's a lesson in identifying a market gap and dominating it. KKW Beauty and Fragrance. Before she sold it, KKW Beauty was a powerhouse. At its height, it generated $100 million in sales in a single year. She built it by leveraging her massive social following and personal brand. The app, Kim Kardashian Hollywood. It's a mobile game where you live a fictional celebrity life. It sounds ridiculous, but it made over $26 million. It's proof that Kim understands how to monetize her own persona across any platform. Endorsements and collaborations. From debit cards to laxative tea. Yes, really, if there's a check, Kim will consider it. She's the queen of the sponsored post, the brand deal, and the limited time collab. Lover or hater, you can't deny the hustle. In a now infamous Variety interview, Kim actually said, "It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work." Afterwards, the internet exploded, and the backlash was immediate. But truth be told, Kim works her arse off. She's up at 5 a.m., she's studying law, she's running multiple companies, she's filming shows, she's posting relentlessly. You don't build an empire like hers on a 40-hour work week, you build it with an obsession. You can be sure that no story about Kim is complete without the messy parts. The tape. Yes, a sex tape launched her into the stratosphere and gifted her a small fortune in the process. Whether it was leaked or strategically released is still debated. but she took the momentum and ran with it. The Paris robbery. In 2016, she was robbed at gunpoint in a Paris apartment. $10 million in jewelry was stolen. The event was traumatic. It was also shrouded in skepticism, with many questioning if it was staged. Filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians was put on hold that year. It didn't help matters that the narrative was controlled as lawsuits were filed against media outlets. Whether you believe it or not, it became a pivotal moment that shifted her public image and brand strategy. Now let's look at the numbers over time. 2014, $45 million. 2015, $53 million. 2018, $350 million. 2021, officially a billionaire. 2024, $1.7 billion estimated. You can bet that this isn't linear growth. In fact, this is exponential scaling. Ultimately, Kim's story isn't about fairness. It's about strategy. She teaches us your attention is your most valuable asset. Kim successfully turned fame into a business model. Diversify your income. Don't rely on one thing. Have TV money, social media money, product money, licensing money too. Controversy might just be the catalyst you need. Bad press is still press. A leaked tape is still a platform. A robbery is still a storyline. The key is how you control the narrative afterward. Work like you have everything to prove. Even if you start with advantages, they mean nothing without execution. She was certainly lucky to be born into a wealthy family with connections. She was lucky that a sex tape went viral instead of disappearing into the internet's abyss. But luck is only an opportunity at best. Without the work ethic, the business savvy, and the relentless drive to monetize every aspect of her life, that luck would have meant nothing. You might not have a famous last name. You might not want a reality show, but you can learn from Kim's blueprint. Ask yourself, what am I known for? What sorts of content do I post? How do I show up? That's how you build your brand. Diversify your hustle, but stay true to your brand. Don't just have a job, have a passion, have a platform. Embrace the grind. It's the right attitude and your work ethic that pays off in the end. Control your own narrative, because this could turn out to be your most valuable asset. Kim Kardashian's story is complicated, controversial, and utterly fascinating. But one thing's clear: as long as she keeps working, the empire will keep growing. She had only one magic trick in her kitty, and surely it was a darn good one. She turned a famous last name and a controversial moment into a financial machine. From TV to social media and shapewear, to beauty and mobile games, her portfolio is quite impressive, and that's coming from someone who many regarded as a regular showgirl. You could even say that Kim Kardashian is not self-made in the purest sense. Rather, she is self-scaled. She took the cards she was dealt and played them better than anyone else in the game. Now drop us a flame if you're building your personal brand. Or drop this, a briefcase, if you're diversifying your income streams. How about this bag of money if you now see the power of your own attention? So ask yourself, what's your Skims? What's your mobile app? What's your billion-dollar idea?